Okay, so we will quickly, now we have seen the bear spread with put options, we will quickly build it with a call option. So let's keep in mind, if you're constructing a bear spread, you're buying the high strike and you're selling the low strike. Okay, so in the case of call options, you're buying the high strike call option, you're selling the low strike call options. If you're doing the bear spread with puts, you're buying the high strike put options, you're selling the low strike put options. Okay, so keep in mind that bear spread and bull spread, that way you will not be confused. I'm going to actually share this whiteboard once again very quickly just to get this very clear. In a bull spread, you're buying the low strike and selling the high strike. In a bear spread, so it doesn't matter if it's with calls or puts. In a bear spread, you're doing the opposite. You're buying the high strike and you're selling the low strike. So regardless of whether if you're building the spread, the money spread with call options or with put options, these rules will always stay the same. Okay, if you're building a bull spread, you buy low strike, you sell a high strike. If you're building a bear spread, you buy the high strike, you sell the low strike. Okay, so let's quickly go back to this, and we can do then this bear spread with calls. We can do it fairly quickly because we have already done it a couple of times now with the other with put options or with the previously bull spreads. So we already know the steps. We have them down here. So first step, get the intrinsic value, then get the profit, then adjust for contract size. So let's get the intrinsic values. In the case of call options, now we're building a bear spread, but with call options. So this is max of ST minus the strike price. We lock the strike price or 0. And then we can scroll this down. Then we have the intrinsic value of C2, which is going to be stock price minus high strike price. We lock the high strike price or 0. After we have that, right, now let's get the profits from a bear spread. So keep in mind, in a bear spread, the first thing you did is you bought the high strike call option, which is C2. We lock this. Because you bought C2, you're entitled to the intrinsic value from C2. Now, you also wrote or sold the low strike call option, which is C1. Because you sold it, then if that call option gets in the money, you will lose the intrinsic value. Make sure to lock this premium here. Okay. Once you have that, then we can scroll this down. Once again, this is a bear spread. You can see that you're making profits if the stock price is moving down, but you're losing money if the stock price is going up. So we just finally adjust this by 100. And that is just because we need to buy and the contract size is 100. So finally, what happens if what would have happened if you had invested only in the call option directly? Well, we just want to have that line there because the book has it, so you can see how what is what they're doing and how they're doing how exactly they're doing it. So in this case, if you're only investing in that call option with strike price of 125, then the first thing you're doing is you're paying the premium. You lock this because you paid the premium, you bought C1, you bought the call option once, so you're entitled to the intrinsic value, or in other words, if it's in the money, you will exercise it, you will get that payoff. Then you just put this in parentheses, multiply this by 100, and there we go. We scroll this down, and this will show up here. This is, once again, this is a bear spread, so keep in mind, in a bear spread, you have much lower losses than if you're investing in a call or in a put option. but you also have more limited gains. And once again, it's also the opposite directions. If you invest in a call option, you're gaining when the stock price is moving up. But even though this bear spread is built with call options, it is still a bear spread. So a bear spread, you're gaining money if the stock price moves down, you're losing money if the stock price moves up. Completely the opposite to what happens if you invest in a call option, if you're long in a call option. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. And then in the next videos, we will cover the other strategies as well. Thank you.